What happens when a simple goodbye dinner turns into a high stakes emotional ambush? If you thought the drama in Genoa City couldn't get any more intense, you clearly haven't been keeping up with Sally, Spectra, and Billy Abbott lately. Today, we are breaking down a massive episode of The Young and the Restless where lines are being blurred, traps are being set, and one of our favorite leading ladies is walking straight into a romantic minefield. We have got secret agendas, medical grade manipulation, and Nick Newman playing a dangerous game with a man who has absolutely nothing left to lose. Trust me, you are going to want to hear how this final farewell might actually be the start of a total disaster. Let's dive into the chaos. Alright, so here is the breakdown of the madness hitting our screens this Monday. Sally Spectra is trying her hardest to be the mature adult by agreeing to a final farewell dinner with Billy Abbott. She thinks this is about closure, moving on, and finally putting their electric past to bed. But let's be real, this is Billy Abbott we are talking about. While Sally is looking for the exit door, Bill is looking for a way back into her heart. He's turning what should be a clean break into a full on strategic mission to win her back. Meanwhile, on the other side of town, Nick Newman is tired of playing defense. He's taking a massive gamble by setting a trap for the unpredictable Matt Clark, hoping to finally take control of a volatile situation before it blows up in his face. It's a night of high tension dinners and even higher tension power plays that could leave several lives in ruins. Let's really pull back the curtain on what's happening on Billy's head. He isn't just going to dinner for the food, guys. To him, Sally was more than just a girlfriend. She was his creative equal and the one person who truly matched his impulsive energy. He's convinced that if he can just get her into a room with some dim lighting and a little bit of nostalgia, those old sparks will do the work for him. But he's not the only one with a plan. Audra Charles is lurking in the background with her eyes wide open. She's seen Billy's reformed act before, and she's flat out warned Sully that this dinner is a total trap. Audra knows that Billy is going to use every emotional weapon in his arsenal confessions, vulnerability, what if scenarios to crack Sally's armor. Sally claims she's strong enough to handle it, but you can see the doubt creeping in. She's terrified that by showing up, she's giving him power, but she's also too proud to run away. It's this classic struggle between willpower and chemistry, and is making for some seriously addictive television. And then we have the Nuke Newman situation. Nick is usually the guy who tries to do the right thing, but he's entering danger zone territory here. He's trying to outsmart Matt Clark by dangling bait in front of him. Maybe some insider info or a personal vulnerability, thinking Matt's ego will blind him. But Matt Clark isn't some low level crook. He's a master manipulator who thrives on chaos. Nick is essentially walking into a room with a live wire and hoping he doesn't get electrocuted. He's acting out of protection for his family, which we love, but his bold moves often have a way of backfiring in the most spectacular ways possible. So, what does all of this mean for the future of Genoa City? The fallout here is potentially massive. If Sully gives in to Billy's charms, she's essentially throwing away all the hard work she's done to build her independent life. It would reset her entire character arc back to the emotional whirlwind she just escaped. For the Abbott and Newman families, this dinner isn't just a private moment. It's a shift in the romantic landscape that affects everyone around them. On the business side, Nick's trap for Matt Clark is a make or break moment. If Nick succeeds, he's a hero, but if Matt sees the trap coming, which he usually does, the retaliation could be catastrophic. We are talking about corporate sabotage, legal threats, or even physical danger. When two men with this much power and ego clash, the collateral damage usually hits the people they love the most. The integrity of the Newman legacy is on the line, and Nick might be the one to accidentally tarnish it by trying too hard to save it. Okay, I have to give you my honest take on this. Part of me absolutely loves the chemistry between Sally and Billy. When they are on screen, the energy is undeniable, but I also feel like Solly deserves so much better than being strategically manipulated. Over a pasta dinner, it feels a little predatory on Billy's part to frame a goodbye as a second chance, without being honest about it. As for Nick Newman, I think he's playing with fire. I love a proactive Nick, don't get me wrong, but Matt Clark is the kind of villain who eats traps for breakfast. It feels like Nick is being a bit overconfident here. And in generosity, overconfidence is usually the first step toward a total downfall. I'm rooting for Solly to stand her ground and walk out of that restaurant alone. But we all know how hard it is to say no to that about charm once the wine starts flowing. Whether it's a candlelight dinner or a high stakes corporate trap, Monday's episode is proving that in Genoa City, secrets never stay buried and goodbyes are rarely final. It's going to be a wild ride, and I cannot wait to see if Sully holds firm or if Billy manages to talk his way back into her life. But I want to hear from you guys, the real experts. Do you think Sully should give Billy another chance? Or is he just toxic news wrapped in a nice suit? And do you think Nick is finally going to take down Matt Clark? Or is he walking straight into an ambush? Drop your theories in the comments below. I will be reading through them. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so never miss an update on all the latest soaps drama. Thanks for watching and I will see you in the next one.